Well, hello and welcome to our latest video. It is that time of year again where Julian continues his regular annual series, The Christmas Gift Guide. Yes, you want to know, what do you buy for the cyclist in your life? And if the cyclist in your life is you, what do you buy for yourself? Well, I've selected some of what I think are the best and the best value, because I think in these times best value is particularly important. Gifts that are available, some of them are easily obtainable, some of them not quite so easily obtainable, but I think there's something for everyone here. So let's dive in. And where are we going to start? Well, where else but with one of Julian's books. This one is called The Monument, and this is about the Bastogne-Liège Sportive. And it's about a crime that takes place before, during and after the Sportive. And I think it's quite a nice little book. It's not long, it's about 120 pages. You can get it from Amazon in paperback, or if you've got a Kindle, you can download it for the Kindle. So that's the first thing to put on your list, and if I were you, I'd buy that for yourself. If you're interested in a collection of short stories, then this is also one of my books, and this is called Tour de Fiction. And yes, that is a picture of Cav on the front there from the Ghent 6-day race from a couple of years ago. A collection of short stories and a memoir entitled My Life in Books, an autobiographical piece. This also is available from Amazon, not available in all good bookshops, and you can also get it on the Kindle. So, a couple of literary presents there for you. Now, the next thing is, I'm rather partial to these Graze protein Oat Bites. This is peanut butter and chocolate flavour. They're not very big, there's about 4 mouthfuls, but I like to take a handful of them out on a ride, and I stop, I have a little snack, and they go down very nicely indeed. Not expensive. I think they're about £1.50 for 3 or 4 from Sainsbury's. So if you've got 4 family members you need to buy for, then £1.50 and you've got a present for each. Not bad. What does every cyclist need? Well, every cyclist who wants to keep their bike clean needs a cleaning cloth. And this is one of the best cleaning cloths on the market at the moment, because you can make your own cleaning cloths. What you do is you get an old towel or an old pair of underpants. I suggest you don't use other people's underpants, but you could use your own. Cut them up into rag-sized pieces. These aren't underpants, by the way, or they weren't underpants. They were a towel, a bath towel, which I cut up. So I've taken a towel, I've cut it up into 40 different pieces of around about this size, and that gives me a present for practically everybody I know within the cycling field, and it's pretty cheap too. The next one, moving swiftly on, is an ID bracelet. And if you go out cycling, there's always a risk that you'll get knocked down, so it's particularly important that you have an ID bracelet. Now, I have a couple of bracelets, but I no longer wear because I bought some new and I bought some nicer ones. So if you'd like to purchase this ID bracelet for the cyclist in your life, you can buy it from my channel. It's only £9.99 plus postage. Only slight issue is you do have to have the same name, the same address, the same particular allergies, the same spouse, the same emergency contact numbers as me. But if that should be the case, then here is an idea for an ID bracelet for the cyclist in your life, and it will keep them safe. You may be on Strava. On the other hand, you may be a cheapskate, and you may be a cheapskate and you don't want to buy, the cyclist in your life, a subscription to Strava. So what's the alternative? Well, the alternative, and I call this Cheapskate Strava, and it's, you get a calendar. This calendar came free with Cycling Plus magazine, and it's got well, I think you know what a calendar is. It's got an entry for each month and for each day. So what you do is you go out for a ride, you calculate your mileage. You may not have a Garmin or a Wahoo or anything like that. So I suggest you just guess your mileage, and then you take a pen and you write it down onto your Cheapskate Strava. And there is all the information. And then if you photocopy that or take a picture on your phone, and then you can share it with all your friends, and they can see the miles that you've done, and they can give you kudos on Cheapskate Strava. They don't have to use the proper Strava for it. So I think that's a pretty good present for somebody, and it doesn't cost a lot of money. Another thing that all cyclists would benefit from having in their kit bag or in their back pocket is a tyre boot. Now, don't spend lots of your hard-earned money buying a tyre boot present for the cyclist in your life. Get a tube of toothpaste. I suggest you use one where the toothpaste has been finished, not one like this where it's still about half full of toothpaste. Take a pair of scissors and then cut this tube up into pieces around about that sort of size. And a tube of this size will give you about 4 or 5 or maybe 6 of those, and that will give you a nice little stocking filler for any of your friends, or if you have elderly relatives, grandparents, maiden aunts who like to cycle, then this particular tyre boot idea is a very good one. If you don't want to use a Sensodyne toothpaste, which is fairly expensive, you can use a £5 note. One of the new plasticky £5 notes. Well, they're all the same now, aren't they? But if you take that £5 note and you cut it up into 4, then that will give you 4 presents at £1.25 each, and therefore you've bought presents for four people in your bubble or in your social circle. The next present, moving swiftly on, is this, and this is particularly useful. It's a bit more expensive than some of the things I've covered today. This is actually $19.99, but this is what is known as endless water. And what it is, it's what appears to be a bottle of Buxton water. And in fact, it is a bottle of Buxton water, but it's a special bottle. It's endless water. The way it works is you have your bottle, you drink it, and then you fill it up from the tap. And then you've got a full bottle of water, which you can then drink. You can fill it up from the tap again. You can then drink it again. Now, this has been tested 499 million times in a laboratory in Switzerland by the Endless Water people. And they have found that they can fill this bottle 499 million times and the water is still drinkable. So £19.99 might seem quite expensive at first for a bottle of Buxton water, but because it's endless water, you will never again have to buy any water. So that's a pretty good present. Moving swiftly on, we've got another item of food, and this may look to you, just scratching my nose there, sorry. This may look to you like a banana, and it does look like a banana, and the reason it looks like a banana is because it is a banana, and all cyclists love a banana, but this banana is different. Now, this banana was fairly expensive, or it is fairly expensive, it costs £49, but this is a vegan banana. It has not been pulled from the earth. It has not been damaged in being cut down from the tree. This is a 3D printed banana. Yes, it is made of a plasticky material, and it looks just like a banana. It feels just like a banana. It doesn't taste just like a banana. They haven't quite managed to get the 3D printer produce the taste of a banana, but they're getting there. And by the time Christmas comes around, these will be available in the shops in the special 3D printed vegetable and fruit vegan section, and so you'll be able to get a special 3D printed banana. Now, I have over here a real banana, and I think you'll agree that this banana and the 3D printed banana look remarkably similar. You can't tell the difference, can you? You can tell the difference when you taste it, but you don't have to worry about that. And if you're giving the banana as a present to somebody, you don't have to worry about what it tastes like. That's their problem when they decide to scoff it when they go out on their Rafa 500 ride. Another piece of food that makes an excellent Christmas present, and quite a cheap one too, is a little packet of cheese. Just a couple of bite-sized bits of protein in the cheese packet there. You can find these in the cheese aisle of your local supermarket. Some supermarkets put them in different aisles, but it's always best to check out the cheese aisle first, because then you might find this. This is actually a mature cheddar. Other types of cheese are available, and these are usually in little sacks, and you get about 6 or 8 in a sack. So if you buy one sack, that gives you 6 or 8 stocking fillers. So if you're in a cycling club, or you're doing Secret Santa, something like that, and you need to buy a present for a lot of people, well then get them a bit of this cheese and they'll thank you for it. Now, moving swiftly on, if you are a commuter, you would have seen that there's quite a few new bike lanes that have sprung up around the country or in the big cities. But you may live in an area, as I do, where there aren't any bike lanes. So if you have a friend that you have to buy a present for, and they're a commuter and they want their own bike lane, then now you can buy bike lane stickers again from my website. And they're around about this size, depending on the length of their commute, may determine how many of these stickers that you need. If they have a commute of let's say 5 miles, you'll need about 120,000 of these, but you can get them from my website. And the way it works is they've got a self-adhesive thing on the back here. You just peel that off, you stick it down on the ground next to where they're cycling, and there they are. They have their ready-made bike lane, and if they want to take it up once they've gone past, then they put it in their backpack and move along to the next route and create a new bike lane. So I think you'll agree that's a pretty good present there. If you have watched my recent video about the types of cyclists, you may have thought, well, I'm a Wankeur. Yes, a Wankeur. And you want to have a bike sticker or a sticker for your rucksack, and you want to tell your significant other that's what they can get you for Christmas. So these are, again, they're available from my website. They've got a self-adhesive thing on the back there, so you buy that, you stick it to your bike, or your spouse buys it, you stick it to your bike, and everybody knows what a Wankeur you are. Now, you may live in a society or in a part of the country where the word Wankeur has got unpleasant connotations. People don't think of cyclists when they think of Wankeurs, they think of other types of people. So you can get this, which is called the bowdlerized version. Yes, bowdlerized version, because we've taken out the naughty word bit, and so everybody will know that you're a Wankeur, but they'll know that you don't want them to know that you know that you're a Wankeur. So you can get this sticker. These stickers are very cheap, actually. They're only $4.99 for 3. $4.99 for 3. So if you've got 3 bikes, or 3 backpacks, or 3 briefcases, or 3 other items of luggage, then just stick these on, and everybody knows that you're a Wankeur, but without the wank bit. Now, once Brexit happens, of course, and we all know that Brexit is happening on the 31st of December. Yes, things are gonna change. Aren't we looking forward to that? The rich are gonna get richer and the poor are gonna get a damn sight poorer, but that's the sort of country we want to live in, isn't it? So when you go abroad, if you are able to go abroad, of course, and there are doubts about whether you'll be allowed to leave the United Kingdom, but if you are, you're going to need a GBWankeur sticker from it for your car or for your bike. Now, I'm afraid you can't get this sticker without the wank bit, because that's been banned by European law. Those damn bureaucrats have got in before us again. But if you want to get the GBWankeur, and then you can put this on the back of your car, or you can put this on your bike, or you can even stick it on your helmet or on your forehead like that. So when you cycle around in that dreadful place, Europe, everybody will know that you're a GBWankeur. And we're nearly at the end of the present guide today. Our last one is another special present just for vegans. If you are a vegan and you ride a bicycle, or if you know a vegan who rides a bicycle, they need a pump, and they need a pump to pump up their bicycle, but they've got to use vegan air. You don't want to use ordinary, normal air, as we call it, because that damages the tyre, and it's also very bad for the environment. You want to use, or they want to use, I should say, vegan organic air. And if you buy one of these special organic vegan pumps, all it will do is pump vegan air into your bike. So it doesn't work quite as good. It's fairly tasteless. It's quite bland, but it's very good for your bicycle. So vegan air is the thing. These pumps are not cheap, £199, and that's probably the most expensive item in my Christmas gift guide. But you know the vegans, they only want the best, and if you know a vegan, or if you are a vegan yourself, you're going to want to get the best present for them and the best present for you. So there's a collection of special Christmas items that are going to light up your life if you get them, and they're going to light up the lives of all the people that you buy presents for. So if Santa's coming down the chimney and he's got his sack on his back, let's hope there's one of Julian's Christmas gift ideas in his sack. So hope you've enjoyed watching that, and see you next time.